Hello and welcome back to another instructional video in my free series on Ernesto Köhler's 25 Romantic Etudes, Opus 66. In this video, we will be discussing number 17, Trills and Appoggiaturas. Now this is challenging because of all of these extra ornamentations that he's added. So we're going to talk about the step-by-step process and how to implement each of these ornaments. The first thing, like I've said in several of my other videos, is to start with the bass line, the bare melody at its simplest form. We'll be using the first two measures as examples in this video. So I would encourage you to go ahead and play through the entire etude without using any of the ornaments. Once you've done that, we can move on to adding one of the ornaments. Let's start with the trills. So you'll take out all of those grace note appoggiaturas and just do the trills. Now I would go through again, same thing, practice the entire etude that way, and then we'll go through and practice with just the appoggiaturas. And then finally, you'll go ahead and add in both of them. Some quick tips on how to approach these and how to solidify these ornaments so that you're not feeling panicked about playing them. For the trills, it's very important that we stay relaxed. We don't want to have a lot of tension because we're trying to trill so hard. We want it to just be the lightest finger movement possible. Make sure that you're staying nice and tall and thinking about everything staying connected to your trunk in your body, and that it's just your finger moving lightly for those trills. Now, for the appoggiaturas, or the grace notes here, you're going to want to make sure that they are snappy and as close to the beat as possible. Now, of course, depending on the style, some appoggiaturas happen on the beat. Because this is romantic style, it does happen before the beat, so we still want the downbeat to stay consistent, which is why it's very important to play through that simple line. If we look at measure 3, for example, we still want to make sure those D's and B's are right on the beat, so that when we add the grace notes, everything's still on the beat. The last thing that I'd like to point out is that in the 5th staff, the 3rd measure in, we have a C natural trilling with an appoggiatura at the end of the trill and then another appoggiatura into the downbeat. Sounds like this. And it can be kind of difficult to figure out where to place those appoggiaturas. So let's break that down. Same thing, play it simply. And then we'll just go ahead and add one. This should feel pretty similar because we've been doing it in other parts of the etude. So let's leave out the 2 that are still in that 3rd measure and just add the one going into the downbeat of the 4th measure. And then we'll reverse it, just add the 2 in the 3rd measure, but take away the one that is to the downbeat. It'll feel a little bit awkward when you do it either way, but eventually when you put it together after practicing it separately like that, it'll feel much more comfortable. So then we can just try to place them about in the same spot. They'll be very close to each other. It'll sound like this.